Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silver Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 18th day of May 2022, I'd like to welcome you over to JM Bullion so we can look at the live spot prices. Gold is down 254 to 1821.03. Silver down a penny or a cent, whatever you like, 21.86. Platinum up 8.36 to 976.58, and palladium up 10.31 to 21.24.76. And look at the build on silver. You're looking at 10.55. And I just got a heads up just a bit ago about the Negro League's Privy 2022 proof silver dollar. Bam, look at that with the Frosty Privy, $85, and it is available right now. And I believe about 400 are available right now. And we are looking at about 7:30 this morning, 7:39 right now. So these are going fast, I would imagine. Now, over here to Gold Switzerland by Matterhorn Asset Management, and there's an article by Egon von Greyerz, dated May 17, 2022. Gold is cheap today, as in 1971, at $35 an ounce. So he says here, specie, that's gold and silver coin, is the most perfect medium because it will preserve its own level, because having intrinsic and universal value, it can never die in our hands. And it's the surest resource of reliance in time of war. Thomas Jefferson said that. And you know what else Thomas Jefferson said? He said that paper is poverty. It's only the ghost of money and not money itself. Just like probably Bitcoin, I would imagine, is a substitute for paper, just like paper is a substitute for gold. Now, it says here, what he's doing here is he's breaking down what is being said here by Thomas Jefferson. It says here, gold will preserve itself, right? And what that means is gold has constant purchasing power. As such, gold doesn't go up in real terms. An ounce of gold today buys a good suit for a man, just like it did in Roman times. And I've got a highlighter here, so if I do this, well, you'll see what happens there. So I don't want to highlight too many things, but the graph below shows gold as a constant purchasing power at the 100 line, whilst all the currencies are crashing to the bottom. And I'll leave a link to the description to this particular article. And like I said, I'm just going to hit the highlights. A lot of good stuff here. Now it says here, intrinsic and universal value. It can never die in our hands, right? Gold is nature's money and eternal. Interesting, right? And there's some interesting stuff here. Surest resource of reliance in a time of war. In every crisis in history, gold has always been money for both nations and individuals. Since gold is universal money, it's the best medium of exchange for people fleeing from a war-torn country. Since wars also often produced inflation and debasement of paper money, gold is the surest resource and is accepted in all countries, right? So if you're trying to bail out of a country, trying to get out of Dodge, and somebody says, hey, I got some gold, and well, you've got the gold and and a blender, and you think they're going to take a blender or gold, right? Or maybe a grinder. Yeah, here's a grinder for metal. Or do you want gold, right? So yeah, that's probably a no-brainer, right? It says here, so why is gold not going up, and why don't more people buy gold if it is so cheap? We get that question all the time. And that is covered here. Now it says inflation. Inflation is increasing rapidly and most certainly soon reaching into the teens in many countries. That's right. At an annual inflation rate of 15%, prices double every 5 years. Yikes, that doesn't sound very good. Now there's a commodity shortage. We know that started in, I think, April 2020. And if you've been following the precious metals market since then, you know exactly what's going on there. Otherwise, you're going to have to look at a chart, but you can just take their word for it. Up 232% since April 2020, right? So incredible growth, right? Growth of global debt and money supply, absolutely. There is a report that came out, I think, last week that said that Americans' credit card debt is also increasing because people are using their credit cards to live their daily lives, their day-to-day operating cash, right? Not just for big purchases like refrigerators, washer and dryers, vacations. We're talking food and gas on credit cards, right? So that's scary. Global debt bubble, yep, it's coming. Nobody owns gold. So if gold is the best performing asset class in the century, why are only 0.5% of the world financial assets invested in physical gold? The simple answer is that most investors neither understand nor follow gold, which is why it's so cheap. Yeah, I think there's a guy on the internet. He had a candy bar and an ounce of gold from Canada, and people chose the candy bar over the ounce of gold. So yeah, maybe people don't understand it. It says here, virtually no investor is aware that gold has been the best performing asset class in the last 22 years. Yeah, okay, that's a great statement, sir. Let's go ahead and keep on keeping on. I know I'm about 4 or 5 minutes in here. Gold on the cusp of a major move. Gold went up 25 times in 1970 and then paused for almost 20 years as stock markets moved up substantially. Gold then bottomed in 1999 to 2000 at $250. Since then, gold has outperformed stocks and most other asset markets. Yep. Okay, keep on keeping on. It says here, so when will gold go up then? Having been properly invested in physical gold for ourselves and our investors since early 2002, we never worry about the shorter term, right? Um, so he's saying that they've invested here in 2002. What that means is they were, like they said, at $250 an ounce or so, right? Not 35. So they've been in for a while and they got in early and they got in cheap. Now it says gold as cheap as in 1971 and in 2000. And there's a chart here that can talk about that. And that's the end of this article. Good stuff here, folks. I want to thank you for being patient with me here. And let's go to the plus twos today. Now, the first one here is from Bob Marley. He says, live for yourself and you will live in vain. Live for others and you will live again. Bob Marley said that. Look at it. He looks so happy. Good guy right there. Bam, look at this. Look at Bob Marley again. Hey, could you be loved? And that's off the Legend album, Bob Marley and the Wailers. Beautiful stuff. Anyway, folks, listen, I'll leave a link in the description for this video and all that other good stuff. Appreciate y'all hanging out here today, and hopefully you'll join us on the Walkabout Wednesday on a good morning to you with Tiny Numismatics. So there it is. So I want to thank y'all for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker.